Toros come to Sacramento to take on a Republic side who it seems to have found its groove for what seems to be at the most opportune time, the home stretch. Today's contest is sponsored by UC Davis Health. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. When a big win was needed on the road, Kevin, the Republic delivered and found themselves in a real hunt now for a home playoff match. What worked well on Wednesday in Austin, Texas?
What worked well, Rob? Well, in my opinion, it's the same thing that's worked well over the past 4 or 5 games for Sacramento, and that starts with the link-up play, the combination between Thomasini Voltson and Cam Iwasa. Fantastic in the first few games so far. And also, the other thing that I liked in this game was the multiple runners in the box. More than one guy making run near post and far post, and there's some trailers. If Sacramento can do these two things, there's such a more dynamic and dangerous team going forward. So want to see more of that this afternoon. And defensively, I think Sacramento could be a little bit better from set pieces as well as balls coming from the wide area, so they can work on that and tighten up a little bit. But other than that, looking for some combination play, see who can fill the role of somebody that might be missing here this afternoon. But looking for a fun one.
Should be a good one. RGV, Sacramento, it's coming up next.
Were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you, your mighty heavyweight.
Spectacular fall day here in Sacramento, California's Republic about to take on Rio Grande Valley Toros here at Papa Murphy's Park. We begin with our Consolidated Communications matchup and the new guy, Thomas Voltson. Spectacular since joining just 5 games ago, Kevin, has 5 goals on the season.
Yeah, pretty good strike rate, 5 games, 5 goals, and you know, someone I think here tonight going to lean on heavily to come out here and try to get a goal.
He had 5 goals in 20 appearances with Indy 11. Pretty good signing for Todd Donovan and the rest of the Republic staff here. Let's take a look at Isidro Martinez for RGV. Here's a player that's helped this club find some room in the midfield, and he's going to be a dangerous player today.
Yeah, one of the guys that we talk about this all the time. This is the guy that you really got to keep an eye on at all times, because if you give him space and give him time, you can start to skin you going forward. So got to get pressure on him, get his head down. Don't let him have time to dwell on the ball.
Starting lineup brought to you by Jiffy Lube Multi-Care, and a couple of changes. Cameron Iwasa out with a sprained ankle, and so that's going to give Stefano Bonomo a chance up top.
Yeah, we've seen the combination play between the Indy Voltson and Iwasa the last few games now. It's been fantastic. Can Bonomo come in here and fill those shoes? Can he connect with Indy Voltson and Sam Warner and Kevin Aleman going forward? That's going to be a big key for these guys here tonight, in my opinion, is who's going to connect with Indy Voltson.
For the Toros, they have a couple of key players not in the lineup, including Carlos Small after being suspended for a game. And so Michael Salazar, the 26-year-old former MLS Montreal Impact player, he's going to be up top along with Nico Limon.
Yeah, another guy, Eric Bird over here on the right side, a guy to keep an eye on, quick, pacey kind of winger, 2005 draft pick. Let's see if he can come out here on this right side, get some balls in the box and be effective.
And we are about to get underway here from Papa Murphy's Park. 84 degrees today, a slight breeze of about 12 miles per hour. Heading to the north end of the field, RGV in that bright orange and white shorts. Meanwhile, it's going to be in the City Kits blue, the Sacramento Republic. Kevin, let's review your Chevy keys to the match, brought to you by NorCal Chevy Dealers.
Yeah, Chevy keys to the match. The first one is the Eni Voltson question mark. This was Iwasa obviously before today when Iwasa is out with that little nagging ankle injury. But like I said in the pregame, who's going to be the guy that's going to step up and combine and go forward with Eni Voltson tonight? The next one's going to be second balls. It's so important, in my opinion, for Sacramento to find a way in the midfield to pick up as many second balls as possible to retain possession. And finally, tempo. This is a game, this is a match where I believe Sacramento, if they do everything right, they should get 3 points. But in order to do so, I want to see them have high tempo. When the ball's out of bounds, I want to see them run over, get the ball, get it back in, get it in play, and move the ball quickly. If you do these three things, and I think tempo is going to be one of the biggest ones for them. If they can have high tempo come out here today, I don't think RGV can keep up with them.
Cameron Iwasa said they don't take anybody lightly anymore. They know they are in the thick of a playoff hunt, and they want one of those home seeds to host something here at Papa Murphy's Park. Could be a special atmosphere, and they know it's in sight, but they can't drop points to a team like RGV who's below the line here. So it's going to be a big test for Sacramento. How do they bounce back and continue this run? We saw a couple of losses from Phoenix and then to LA, 2 big wins. Now they're going to try to make it 3 in a row, and it's going against RGV, and the first kick begins here on this beautiful day in Sacramento, California. Barona has been spectacular for this club, has played well along that left side, and also a standout who you've seen put up some pretty good minutes is this guy, Kevin Alimont, is becoming fully healthy and into the starting lineup. Good combination here. Villarreal has a chance, back to his left foot, Levy for Eni Voltson, and a big save coming from RGV's Michael Nelson. Nearly a first goal in the first minute of action at Papa Murphy's Park.
Yeah, really good play. Good ball wide out to Kevin Alimont. I believe it might have been Jaime Villarreal played that ball and continued his run forward. But great job, just unlucky, I think, Jaime Villarreal on his first touch. Just doesn't get it out of his feet well enough to have a strike, but good job. Quick thinking on his feet, plays it back to Eni Voltson. A great save right there from Michael Nelson down to his right in the first minute action here.
And Skundrich give it a go and won't find target. It'll be a goal kick for Michael Nelson. 24-year-old from Katy, Texas. 13 goals against, 2.1 on average, so he is a goalkeeper that can be had. But for Sacramento, it's going to be, can they keep this effort going? 3 goals last weekend here, and then 2 in the win against Austin on Wednesday night, and the biggest potential road win of the season. And taking down a team that was currently in 4th place and moved into that spot as Rosendo Mendoza whistles the foul for the first time this afternoon. Here's a chance to give us your UC Davis Health Injury Report. Follow UC Davis Health for latest news, events, photos, and more at Twitter and Instagram at UC Davis Health. Talked about Cameron Iwasa, of course, Shayna Gomez out for the rest of the season with that knee injury. And Cam could have given it a go today had this been likely a playoff match, but because of where we still are in the season, they decided to give Cameron a rest and could be back next Sunday on the road against OKC, but turf conditions there could determine whether or not Cam even suits up for that or whether he'll just be in the 18. But most likely will be back coming for the 28th against El Paso.
Yeah, obviously Cam's big responsibility, a lot of goals here this season so far for Cam, but a bit controversy on why not play Cam today. He's got a bit of a nagging injury. If it's playoffs, he can play. Good ball in the...
Skundrich out to Alimont, a big hit coming from Junqua. And Alimont trying to keep the press alive. McCrary, he's been dynamic this late, and there's a foul on Eric Bird, the Virginia Beach native, taking down the former Seattle Sounder.
Let's see if they go back here, talking to Sam Junqua on that first tackle. You get a look at Skundrich, a bit of heavy touch. Junqua coming in really, really late. Getting a bit of a talking to right now, no caution being shown. But I want to go back to the Cam Iwasa topic. You know, really important part of the season for Sacramento, try to get that home playoff game. And I understand that there's some desire to do so. The set piece coming in, but I think Cam's just too valuable to risk over one game.
Villarreal, Skundrich had a good look on target, and again, just missed it shy, and Nelson watches it behind his net.
So I think it's just, how quick can Cam get back, get fit, do what he needs to do with the physios, get his treatment, and hopefully he'll be back here in 7 to 10 days. And need to look right here. Decent ball in the box, far post. A little bit of bump right there between Skundrich. I'd like to see Skundrich try to just nom that ball across the face of the goal. I think that bump might have done just enough to put him off.
And Nelson was the 20th overall pick for the Houston Dynamo a season ago. Nifty move from Michael Salazar. Salazar into the 18, looking to go his left foot. Will dump it off to his left. Cross coming in, chance for RGV. A big save, a follow-up, and it's in. And RGV comes into this atmosphere and scores the game's first goal in the 5th minute.
Yeah, just poor defending all around from Sacramento. Way too much time, allowing Salazar to kind of break free. Drives the ball into the 18-yard box. Wonderful save there, by the way. First ball, at least, from Bobby Shuttleworth. Looks like Deckel might be hurt, but still, someone's got to step to the ball here. And a good ball just stood up on the back post. Your outside back, Barahona, not really covering that post well enough. And then a simple finish. It might be from Lemoyne, I think.
The local Lemoyne with a follow-up, his second on the season.
Yeah, the local Central Valley lad from Livermore, California, cleaning things up nicely. Shoot, can't really ask for much easier than that if you're RGV. Not a good look here with Deckel Kanan down. Mitchell Tainer picked up a bit of a knock in the past game down in Austin. He looks like Harris Hansopoulos on the bench kind of getting up warm.
So not the start that Simon Elliott was hoping for from a team that is looking to pick up 3 points against a club that just has 28 on the year.
It's a really good ball across. Just stood up on the back post, Rob. Nice little chip to the far post. I think Barahona's got to do better there, in my opinion, with his body. It's not necessarily coming in trying to win the ball in the air, but he's got to use his body, screen it a little bit, and prevent that outside winger coming in, crashing the net like we saw.
Well, it's silenced the crowds here at Papa Murphy's Park, and this is a team, Kevin, that has not won a single match when they don't score first. When they do score first, it's a much better odds. And just like that, Sacramento gave up the first goal down at Rio Grande Valley in South Texas and fell 2-1 in that match after it was, Kyle Adams who had the game-winning goal in the final play of that match on the road. And now Sacramento have to come back here. They have not seen a deficit since the game against Los Angeles down in LA. And Deckel Caden looks to be okay, and he'll stay on the pitch. Quick little step coming again from Michael Salazar.
He looks like he needs something. Deckel's done. You gotta look right there. There's no use in this. Get Harris Hansopoulos up. Get Deckel out of here.
And Deckel holding.
Double whammy there, Rob. You got concede a goal in the first 5 minutes and lose your center back, your captain, for the rest of the game, and using a sub as well.
Appears to be holding his left Achilles.
The one, I guess, optimistic thought would be is if you're going to concede a goal, you don't want to give yourself as much time to kind of fight back. So 85 minutes left to go for Sacramento to try to figure things out.
Team like RGV, they've got a quick step, athletic, and they showed right there on the counter they can put something together, and it doesn't happen often. This is a team that does get shots up, they just haven't always gone in.
It starts with Michael Salazar, takes that turn. I think it might have been on Hansopoulos. Too much space given to him. He's allowed to take the ball, travel into the box. No one's really getting his head down. No one's really pressing well enough. Then one thing leads to another. Disappointing day for Deckel Kanan.
Now, Kanan was into the lineup because Mitchell Tainer was hurt Wednesday, but Mitchell is in the 18 and would appear to be a potential head injury on Wednesday against Austin. He's cleared of any concussion-like symptoms, but was dealing with a little bit of a hip injury, and so while Mitchell is on the 18 roster today, they've already had to go to substitutions. Harris Hansopoulos. How can Sacramento gather here after giving up the game's first goal? Bird to the left side. Moving is Enriquez.
No foul there, just stand him up.
McCrary looking to push him into the corner, and it's going to be a throw for Sacramento. Good defending. How about Jordan McCrary these last 3 games, Kevin? It's been the player I think Todd Donovan and this staff thought they were getting. He's been quicker, he's been better on the ball, and defensively he's been one of the best on the team.
Yeah, defensively I don't think Jordan's ever kind of had any issues settling in here. I think offensively going forward, hasn't fit in, gelled as quickly as I think you would like, but still has done a great job. You know, got an assist the other day.
He's got 2 in the last week.
But defensively, Jordan's just such a tenacious little pit bull on that right side where, same thing like Shannon Gomez, if you're going to beat him once, you better be prepared to beat him again because he's got such athleticism to come back and get his shape back again. That's what I love about Sacramento, especially their outside backs when they're fully fit.
Center back typically not a position you see swapped out very early. You play the position. What's it like trying to be ready? I mean, Harris Hansapoulos, you say you always got to be ready, but here's a cross coming from Voltson. Backside looking. It was Skundrich. Aliman right back into the mix. Here's a chance for Sacramento Bonomo, and it's Michael Nelson to gobble it up.
Yeah, well done by Bonomo. So he's battling there with Castellanos. But a good job, good ball in the box. I think Kevin Aliman also had Jordan McCurry kind of crashing just on top of the 18-yard box. Would have been a good ball, a decent ball in the box nonetheless, and get some pressure on Nelson here. It's back live.
But for Hansapoulos to be ready in the 6 minutes, pretty rare for your center backs.
Yeah, I mean, it's all comes down to professionalism, and all those guys on the bench, you got to think at any moment they're going to be called upon to go out there, and when you are, you better make sure that your first 5 minutes are good, because otherwise they're going to be, staff's going to be looking at you like, what were you doing on the bench for, you know, 5 minutes and 10 minutes and 20 minutes, however long you've been on the bench. But it's professionalism. These guys shouldn't be an issue whatsoever for Harris to come in here and gel and as though there's been no real change, you know.
Cut off. Emilio Hernandez, the 24-year-old Colombian, plays it forward. Chance in the mix again. RGV threatening, colliding. Barona, a little collision, no foul coming. And the Toros were asking for more. They won't get it. Silly mistake again by Sacramento. Allowing Hernandez to move it back. And Sacramento look to counter here. Talk about that win on Wednesday, a 2-1 victory. As Voltson scored again an assist by Cameron Iwasa, and those two have been phenomenal since Voltson came to the club. 8 goals, 4 assists between the pair. Another mistake coming from the back line. Turnover, Salazar. Moving forward, he'll spray it left to Enriquez. Enriquez has the top corner. And Bobby Shuttleworth is all fired up. He wants his back line to figure things out quickly, Kevin. Too many mistakes on that back four right now.
Yeah, too many simple mistakes too. It's okay, in my opinion. Mahoney puts his arm up after that play, understands he makes a mistake. But yeah, got to lock it up a little bit for Sacramento, especially coming out, building out of the back.
And Darius Firmella scored his first goal in a Republic uniform. And it got dirty at the end. It's one of the games we haven't seen from the Republic to just scrap out, really make it an ugly match, because that was the way they're going to come away with 3 points, and they did. Not only was it big 3 points, I thought the way they played really showed there's some heart and soul, this fire into this belly of this club here late in the season.
It's unlucky. It's a decent ball by Hansapoulos. Yeah, I think that's one of those things, Rob. We've been waiting all year for that sort of like that bite and that sort of tenacity from these guys, and we're really seen it a few flashes of it here and there this season, but now I think over the week, or midweek obviously, getting 3 points on the road against that side and battling and fighting it out shows a lot of character and grit, and that's what you want here going into playoffs, and Sacramento's building the ball up here.
Bonomo comes all the way back for it, and very few strikers in USL move around the pitch like Stefano Bonomo. Physical player, has been relegated to the bench since the arrival of Thomas Voltson, but now it has an opportunity to pair day. Barona, hard-driven ball in, easy play for Nelson.
That's a really good play by Sam Warner right there. The contact, the engagement.
Over the head of Hansapoulos. Salazar appears to be onside, 1v1. Nearly finds the back post. And Sacramento is lucky to have escaped what could have been the game's second goal.
So that's going to go down, I guarantee. You got Simon Elliott and staff. That ball comes from a drop kick from Nelson and Hansapolos. There's no way that ball gets over your head. You know, you got to understand that the winds that, you know, you're dealing with wind in your face, so that ball's going to sail a bit, but that's going to go back to, you know, to Simon Elliott and Ben Ziemer thinking, was this guy ready to come in? You know, fortunate for Hansapolos, that ball doesn't go in the back of the net. Otherwise, it's some major issues for Sacramento.
Good little piece of footwork from Aliman. Too heavy of a touch. And registration open for Republic FC Young Olympians program. Experience a fun and professional environment. Top-notch soccer. Sign up, republicfc.com. Ball played forward and out of play. Another throw.
It's a good idea from Villarreal, just the wrong sort of decision on the execution. Like to see him probably use the inside of his foot there rather than the laces.
Your assessment this first 15 minutes here for Sacramento, they look a little disjointed. Came out of the gate okay, but after that first goal, they don't seem to be really working on the same page.
Yeah, I think it's just the giveaways, mental mistakes really. Kind of goes back to, like, there's opportunities in games where you can really separate yourselves and put yourself in a good position, and they had that opportunity in the first minute, Rob.
Hard foul from Aliman.
You know, in the first minute, if it wasn't for a great save by Michael Nelson on it, I think Eni Voltson took that shot. You know, you're talking a completely different story, but Sacramento too, I feel like this year there's been opportunities like that. They just haven't taken them. It's that killer instinct that just isn't, you don't really get the feeling that these guys have it right now.
And they turn it on after a solid week. Taking down Tacoma 3-0, and then on Wednesday, beating Austin. And they work their way up to the top four. They're currently sitting 5th place in the standings. Quick touch. Salazar and Enriquez have played well. Combination up top so far this afternoon. Salazar to his right foot. Curling ball in up top net as Bobby Shuttleworth looking directly into the sun. Salazar, Lemoyne, and Enriquez have been quite a fit for Sacramento. How do they slow that trio down right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, if that ball played into Salazar's chest and Salazar is able to spin and get himself on a run, it needs to be Hansapolos or one of the center backs has to break the run. So as soon as that ball comes off of Salazar's chest, you got to get inside of him, get contact. Don't let him spin, don't let him run. You got to break the run, prevent that from even happening to get down in that position. And obviously when he gets there, you got to defend better, work your feet better, so you can't disallow or try to block that shot a little bit better than Sacramento did.
The pairing of Eni Voltson and Iwasa has been dominant, to say the least. And talking to both of them, they said they just seem to be on the same page. They read where the other one is going. They have the same feel for the game, which appears to help. How does Bonoma now fit in and make that duo a trio or someone that can at least fill in that spot and play somewhat to the level that we've seen Iwasa and Voltson play?
You know, $1 million question. How does he do it? He's just got to go in there. He's got to connect. He's got to work hard and figure it out. I mean, I don't think there's a silver bullet sort of strategy other than go out there, work hard, Bonoma, keep doing what you're doing, get yourself involved in the box, make runs. Don't force anything.
Turning right, playing for Skundrich. Took a little bit of a deflection. Lemoyne plays it forward. Mistake here. Now can Sacramento capitalize? Playing the ball through. Here's a Warner. One-on-one opportunity. Puts it through, and it's in the back of the net. Sam Warner with number 6 on the year, and an absolute splendid effort from Sacramento after going down a goal to tie it 1.
Yeah, that's a great piece of skill. Great first touch by Sam Warner. He's got, I think, Andrew Samuels right on his right shoulder. He's still able to open up his hips, do exactly what you want from that position. Open your hips up and get it to the far post. Bend it around the goalkeeper, Michael Nelson. Textbook finish from Sam Warner, and a wonderful ball in from Hansapolos. A bit of a touch, I think, from Bonoma as well to slow things down. Maybe inadvertent, but it works for Sacramento's benefit. He's got that runner right on his shoulder. Looks like Samuels probably about 6 inches away from putting his foot on the ball. And just a simple finish for Sam Warner, exactly what you want to see. A great job to equalize here. The first 20 minutes for Sacramento, a big goal and a big moment for Sam Warner.
Evens it up after a leak. Nico Lemoyne goal on a rebound. A big save from Bobby Shuttleworth in the 5th minute. And the 19-year-old for Livermore was there to clean it up. But Sacramento evens it up with their Stanford star. And now another break and just offside. That was close. Republic moving well. There might be a foul first. It's going to be a Republic free kick coming up.
Yeah, calling the advantage there. Going back to the goal too, just give Harris Hansapol some credit. Does a great job, steps up, wins that second ball, and is able to play a great pass quickly, springing Sam Warner with solid weight on the pass. Like I said, there's a bit of probably contact. It might have come from Bonomo or maybe even Eni Voltson to slow it down just a hair, just enough for it to run right into Sam Warner's path. But love that from your center backs when they're on their front studs and always looking to take a step forward and then win the ball and play it quickly.
Harris not afraid to move up into the midfield. But we've seen a rare pairing between Hansapoulos and Mahoney. But all 4 center backs have had a lot of time this year. Barona's going to take this kick directly, comes right back to him. Villarreal on the touch. Here's Skundrich. We'll look for relief. It's going to be Warner again with a left foot.
Skundrich was in a really good spot right there. Just turn was a little bit slow, and I don't think Skundrich peeked over his shoulder to see what kind of pressure he's got on him. You like to see that guy in that position. Take a look over his shoulder as that ball's coming to you, and already have an idea where that first touch is going to take you. It's got to take you somewhere.
Throw from Sam Junqua. Saratoga, California, just around the corner. And youngster, 8th overall pick in the 2019 MLS draft, playing left back today for RGV. Be a throw for Sacramento. And today is the 3rd annual Native American Heritage at the Park this afternoon in coordination with the California Native American Day later this month. Brings together local tribes and organizations who honor the rich history of Northern California and educate the non-native community, For more information, visit California Native American Day. In the midfield, a little pressure coming from RGV. 20 minutes gone by. Sam Warner tying this game 4 minutes ago. Aliman. Bit heavy, can Skundrich get there? And it's out of play.
That's almost, I'd want Skundrich just to clear out. Let Kevin Aliman go. No reason to go down there and clog it up with another defender, another attacker. Don't mind that run, but if it's not on 100%, slow it off, peel off to the back post or peel off to the top of the D and look for a second ball. But I think when you got a guy like Kevin Aliman with his skill, let him go. Give him as much space as he needs.
Salazar. Waiting, a little pressure from Warner. A light foul whistle comes from Mendoza. A rare Sunday afternoon match here at Papa Murphy's Park. Allowing many of the youngsters who can't typically stay up this late during those Saturday night, maybe Wednesday night games, an opportunity to come out and see a match today. Beautiful 84-degree day it is. Wind blowing in RGV's favor here, as this will be Isidro Martinez to the head of McCrary. Mahoney. Aliman. Plays it out wide to Warner. Warner's got some room. Junqua is going to concede a throw in.
It's good pressure by Sam Warner. Stays with it. Even better pressure, a little second wave of pressure from Bonomo.
Here's Eni Voltson. Aliman looking to squeak it through, and going to be out of play there. So this is a fairly young team for Sacramento, Kevin, and then you look at Cameron Wasu, who's just 26 years of age, really one of the elder statesmen along with Declan Kanan. And then you add two veterans with some serious pedigree in Thomasini Voltson and Bobby Shuttleworth. To you, what has that done here for this club in these final few matches?
Yeah, well, really kind of the first time we're really seeing something without Kamawasa out there. But, I mean, yeah, the experience kind of up top and the experience down all the way at the back with your goalkeeper. I think experience for goalkeeper is one of the most valuable assets you can have. I think Shuttleworth has that. So, I mean, I think it's probably like allows some of the younger players to play a little bit more free, to know that their responsibility isn't necessarily to have any sort of leadership role out there and barking orders. Everyone should be communicating all the time, but I think it frees those players up to know that you do have some anchors out there, some veterans with some serious experience under their belt to take care of things if and when, you know, that leadership, that vocal role is going to be needed.
Well, how many times have we heard on the broadcast coming through, you can hear Bobby Shuttleworth screaming orders at his back line, and he is not afraid to let them know.
Not bashful whatsoever, but that's what you need from a goalkeeper. Can't tell you how many times I've been yelled at by goalkeepers.
And you can't take it personally, right?
No.
Warner looking to get behind, working against Samuels. Looking to turn now, crosses a little bit deep, and here's an athletic move from Aliman to go up over the top.
We've seen that before. He's not afraid to throw a bike up. I think he averages probably 2 or 3 bicycle kicks a game.
I think you might be exaggerating a little bit.
One of the most absurd stats I've ever heard, but he's not bashful to throw that up. Decent piece of skill. Almost makes really good connection with it. It's a good look right there, just a little bit kind of off the shin.
Here's the thing, no one can really call you on it unless they go back and review every single match, but I think you might be exaggerating a tad.
Okay, a bike and a half. How about a bicycle and a half a game?
1.5,
Yeah.
Got it, yeah.
I'm taking the over.
Put it in the notes. Game notes for next week.
That's how we should measure the offensive firepower. How many bicycle kicks did Kevin Aliman throw up in the game?
Well, how many, boring baseball stats out there, right? Let's add a couple fun ones in sports in general.
Keep that run going, Sam Warner. Evie Volson's right. Sam's got to be charging forward at an angle right there. Fans, follow Sacramento Republic and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at espnplus.com today.
Thank you for that, Kevin Goldthwait. Bonomo, big collision with Castellanos. And
a big boy right there.
Yeah, it's going to include the training staff coming to take a look. Maybe Stefano Bonomo. Well, Villarreal calling him off, saying he's going to be okay, but there's 2 fairly sizable players in Bonomo and Castellanos.
Tell you what, Bonomo's not one scared to put his foot in, put his neck in there. Afraid of contact whatsoever.
And Rosendo Mendoza saying, you got to watch it. Don't lead with your elbow like that.
The elbow might have been a little bit high, be the only thing particular if I'm being critical of that challenge.
Ransopoulos up into the midfield again, and they're leaving him some room. Mahoney, turnover, his second on the day. This could be a bit dangerous. He's got to track and get back. Barona able to sweep back and win this ball back. A dangerous mistake. Could have been costly for Sacramento.
Yeah, distribution out of the back again. Mahoney, that's the second one here in the first half. Typically, Mahoney is lights out.
You're right.
Distribution, very good with the ball at his feet coming out of the back. 2 very uncharacteristic turnovers.
How many mistakes have we called from Matt Mahoney this year?
That
might be the first 2.
Poorly kind of timed too for him, unlucky just because of where that ball is.
Deep throw, looking for Salazar to shield. McCrary. Sacramento, other than that giveaway just a few moments ago, a bit sharper after that goal from Sam Warner. And as you said so many times, there's momentum and things that can quickly change after a goal in the feel of a game. And we're seeing it right now. Sacramento a little bit calmer, moving it quickly though, and trying to see if they can get another one here in this first half of action. Ball switching from Villarreal. Aleman waits for it. And McCrary is going to send that into the parking lot.
Looks like it takes a bit of deflection for Sacramento as well.
And Mahoney, goal on the season. And that was on the road. Originally out of Buffalo, New York. And he was one of the top players for Bethlehem Steel, but another turnover for Mahoney. Uncharacteristically, we're seeing a rough game here now for both center backs. And Hatsapolo saved what could have been an easy 1v1 situation. Back comes Enriquez. Enriquez looking to curl it into the corner.
Mahoney looks like he's in his own head right now. He's got to calm down, stay confident, forget about it, short memory. Very, very uncharacteristic once again. Good tackle there from Hansopoulos. Like a baby giraffe skating on ice. But a good tackle nonetheless.
Whatever works. Andy Voltson back. You can see a lot of direction coming from Thomasini Voltson to the rest of the midfield in that front line.
Great ball.
Aleman, this time, Skundrich peels off exactly what you wanted the time before.
Well done.
Hatsapoulos comes up in the attacking mode. And Republic will have to retreat back for the moment. Villarreal. Back to Warner. Sacramento with 40 points, 12, 11, and 4 on the season. Another 3 would put them back into sole possession of 4th place as they currently sit in 5th. In the middle, Andy Voltson lays it for Warner. Warner's going to keep it back, looking for Bonomo. Bonomo is peeling back.
And not Sam's best ball whipped in. Still, good job by Sacramento to keep the possession, win second balls.
Hansopoulos serves a pretty decent ball from that back line. And it sprung the goal for Sam Warner earlier. It looked like he tried to see if he could repeat that there against Samuels. Andy Voltson, too heavy of a throw. Barona, Villarreal. Villarreal into the mix. Here comes Aleman, and Aleman just couldn't turn on it. Sails away from him. Got a little bit of a butt in the back. And Kyle Adams may have defended that just well enough.
Yeah, just well enough, exactly, Rob. Great ball in the box and a good run from Kevin Aleman, just trying to sneak to that back post. Wonderful little technique from Villarreal. Yeah, Kyle Adams just does enough. Bumps Kevin Aleman as he's in the air, just enough. Well played, both sides.
I think Kyle Adams is a foot behind him. That is a likely goal for Kevin Aleman.
Do like that combination, by the way. You know, that run, it's not very predictable what's going to happen. You got to run. Kevin Aleman starts out wide, comes in an angle towards the middle of the park. So unpredictable for Sacramento going forward, which I like to see.
Hansopoulos breaking lines from that back. McCrary looking for a run. It's Skundrich. He's onside. Cutting it back in. Here's Andy Voltson. And it's sent back out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Sacramento. Another good opportunity for Republic here at Papa Murphy's Park. And this one will end in a corner. Andy Voltson right there.
So he's caught between two minds. Might have been the defender thinking there's going to be a deflection there, but ball goes just past Andy Voltson.
And first corner for Sacramento brought to you by Smile Generation. It's Sam Warner on the left foot. In swinger here. He's got Hansopoulos on that backside, a little bit too heavy. Bonomo will track it down, or at least attempt to. gets there. Can they put it right back into the mix? Skundrich leaves it. Foul as Skundrich held on a little too tight. Republic are led by Simon Elliott in his second season, the 44-year-old. Played midfield, MLS for more than a decade. And he's got his team in prime position to potentially host a playoff match. Still 6 to go, however, the rest of the way. Barota looking for a run. Wind may have hung that up just a tad. Good step from Stefano. Bonomo again keeps the play alive, just not in the right space. Out wide, Enriquez playing back. Good pressure from Sacramento. Indy Voltson will give a little bit of chase.
It's well done by RGV as well, Rob. Lots of pressure. Good pressure from Sacramento as well. Able to play out of it.
Bird in the midfield, back out wide, Castellanos. Turnover, Sacramento. Can they break? Indy Voltson. Alimon's got space ahead of him. Blink for McCrary. Too lazy.
Yeah, very lazy. Let's see him take that ball. Indy Voltson plays a good ball into him. You got to go. Go forward with it. Take your space. Try to flip the field position, excuse me. Effort there by Kevin Alimon. Good step again.
Tune in to ESPN3 on September 18th. That's coming up in a few days. Eastern Conference playoff preview potential matchup as we might see those two get together again. It's St. Louis, New York Red Bulls 2. That's 5 o'clock Pacific time. McCrary, Alimon, he's been active this afternoon. Indy Voltson in a bit of traffic. Looks for relief to Villarreal. Barona's got moves. Skundrich tried to keep it in the box.
Second ball's well done.
Not a bad ball from Juan Barona. Through the mix, we've had a lot of success from that. Breaking free, Indy Voltson offside. Flag went up immediately. That was close. Indy Voltson may have been up just by a step. But we've seen now a couple of times Hansapulis from the back line break through a couple of RGV defenders and sets up a pretty clean look.
Oh man, that's really close. You see right on top of the box. Looks like Castellanos. Hard to tell from my angle. Look, he might have been just off, maybe a shoulder. A good finish nonetheless, Rob. Good to see that.
Would have been his 6th goal in a Republic uniform, but it comes back, stays at 1-1.
You always want your guy like Indy Voltson just hang on that final defender.
Look, give and go.
Good effort.
Kevin, 5 goals in 20 appearances with Indy compared to what he had a season ago when he was the runner-up with 20 goals on the season. And you look at what he's been able to do just in 5 games with 5 goals, matching what he did in 20. You can pretty much tell it was not a good fit in Indy for Thomas Indy Voltson, and this is exactly the style of play and the players that he needs to be playing with here in USL Championship.
I always find it fascinating when certain players excel under certain situations and circumstances, and why they do and why they don't. But either way, pretty good pickup by Sacramento. Todd Donovan.
Well, and for Thomas, you know, he said he really loves California. I think he didn't understand how much he liked it until he left.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the situations, grass isn't always greener.
Well, in that tape, the turf, also, he didn't like that. Playing on artificial turf was much harder than he thought it would be.
Yeah, well, literally there was no grass there, right?
Literally no grass. It was greener, just wasn't real.
Well done, Skundrich. Get stuck in again.
Skundrich still battling. He's a workhorse for this club, and the reason he was signed in the off season to get that type of effort day in and day out into the corner for Aliman. Looking to track it down, and Junk was able to at least get it there. It'll be a goal kick for Michael Nelson.
Take a look at Drew Skundrich here. The workhorse. 1 tackle. That's probably 2 tackles right there. 3 tackles. And 4 tackles. And wins the ball. It's well done.
I mean, that's a coach's dream. See
Yeah,
a player
you know, he's the guy we talk about too. That's that Todd and Simon coined. You know, you hear about box-to-box midfielders. He's a 6-yard box to 6-yard box midfielder because that's how much he works and that's how hard he works.
But I mean, you see, I mean, finally was rewarded at least for some opportunities to get some assists. He has 1 goal, 2 on the year, and he's a player that has helped others succeed. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, he's not the guy, you know, he's not the player that you want going 1v1 against somebody. That's just not the type of player he is, and that's not even a knock on his quality. His quality is he's a hard-working, blue-collar midfielder that's good in the air, can get stuck in, and try to link up when he can and find the Indy Voltons of the world and allow them to go and you know, have a strike on target or finish. So you know going into the season, you're not going to get 5 goals and 5 assists from Skundrich.
Good combination here from Sacramento.
Indy Volton just a little heavy there on that pass. Keep the pressure on, though.
Spoke a little too soon. Turnover. Aliman.
Get in the box, Aliman.
Warner is going to keep it low, looking for Indy Voltson.
It's a good ball.
And Castellanos able to send it away.
That's a good ball. Hard across the face right there. Indy Voltson's in the right spot. Also, you got Bonomo in there. Just kind of throw it on frame. Hope for a deflection. Maybe it gets through some traffic, finds some far post.
Warner again for the Smile Generation corner kick. This one kept low to Mahoney. Takes a deflection. Barona cuts it back in. He's going to use his right foot. And not the most impressive attempt there by Barona.
I'm chuckling a little bit. Like, that was that player. I had no right foot. And I'm standing over like, there's no way, but don't shoot at Barona. Don't shoot it with the right foot. And you see him just lean back. Technique was not there.
Speaking of no right foot, I don't think I have a right or left, but we had a great time playing with street soccer last Sunday.
We did.
We had a nice little victory, as I might brag as well. I thought we'd get a call from Todd about potentially suiting up Wednesday or today, but never got that call.
Yeah, after our performance, I'm shocked we didn't get a call.
There's video proof of how good we can be as a team, too.
A couple scouts from Fresno, I think, we're on hand.
We have options.
We're keeping our options open, Rob.
Hold out, yeah. Now, mind you, I don't think the size of the field was any bigger than the center circle. However, it's pretty good. Go on Twitter if you want to check it out. But great organization, Sac Street Soccer, that not only puts together some pretty good games, but helping those who are less fortunate and many homeless, trying to get them back on their feet by way of soccer. And Sacramento Republic have been a supporter of Sac Street Soccer and the whole movement. Big tournament downtown just in front of the Capitol was a lot of fun last Sunday. In fact, you played 2 days.
I did.
A little sore after that? Ice bath?
Very.
I was sore on my right shin. I don't even know there's a muscle there. Apparently there is.
Good pressure here from Sacramento. Keep it going.
Skundrich.
There it is. There's the win.
Polos.
Polos' first touch. But good job, and you notice there, I mean, it's not the first wave of pressure, it's not the second wave of pressure, it's not the third wave of pressure, it's the fourth, the fifth, that you win balls. And that's a great job by Sacramento to keep that consistent, keep it on. And I think in the second half here, we've got a couple minutes to go for the first half. Second half, they're gonna have the wind at their back, and I wanna see high pressure, man. If you press these teams, especially with the wind helping you, it's gonna be so much more difficult for a group, RGV, to get the ball out of their back. And ultimately, you just want them end up hoofing the ball up to guys like Hansapolo so we can win those aerial battles and you're retaining possession.
Hernandez. RGV has had very few quality looks since scoring that first goal in the first 5 minutes of the match. It's been Sacramento who's owned possession. And the pressure has gotten to RGV just a little bit. They're trying to break it through here, but it's been too many mistakes from the visiting side to get anything real quality in the last real 20 minutes. A couple mistakes from the back line for Sacramento has given the Toros at least a look, but some desperate defending has thwarted any real look against Bobby Shuttleworth. And McCrary is whistled for the fouls. He comes up underneath of Chuy Enriquez.
I mean, I agree, it's a foul. It's just Jordan's got to be smarter there. There's no reason to foul. Now all of a sudden, you know, we got a minute to go here in the first half, and you have a set piece opportunity. Pretty dangerous spot for RGV.
Isidro Martinez, 1 goal, 6 assists on the season, has played every single match for the Toros here in 2019. And he volts into it. Aleman looking to shield it, still in dangerous position. And he's just going to send it upfield. Single game tickets for remaining home matches are on sale now. And SacRepublicFC.com is where you can learn more and pick up tickets today. 2 minutes of stoppage time coming. And it's brought to you by Rayleigh Something Rewards Extra. Earn points every time you shop. Rayleigh's been a big supporter of Sacramento and Republic. Response from Sacramento after that first goal, Kevin, how do you assess? After that first goal you give up, how did you like the way that this team has responded?
Yeah, I don't think they got down on themselves at all. They kind of stuck to the game plan. You know, really there was a couple mistakes in that first 15 minutes that were just kind of simple mental errors. Still have been a few since then, but I think they mitigated them as best as possible and, you know, stayed the course, really.
Warner, who has the game's only goal for Sacramento. He tied it in the 16th minute after Nicola Mone was able to take a stop from Bobby Shuttleworth and put it in the back of the net. And that came in the 5th, and RGV, a scrappy side, as they are just on the outside of the playoff picture. It's going to take some work to find them in that final 10, but for Republic, these are all big opportunities to continue to hold one of the top 4 positions. And a win here today would just give them a little bit of room and keep them in the top 4. And Reno and Austin will also get underway later on this afternoon. So a lot to keep your eye on here as we head into September. We're going to go to the break now as we put a good first half of action in. Both sides able to find the back of the net. We're going to have your highlights and your stats and news around the league. Don't go away. That's all coming up here on the halftime show. 1-1 here at Papa Murphy's Park.
the Sacramento Native American Health Center, a nonprofit 501c3 federally qualified health center committed to continue and
Back
share
at the break in
legacy
Sacramento, where
of the
Republic and the
American
Toros
Indian,
are
last
tied
year,
at
community
1
based on cultural
apiece.
values,
We'll have
delivering
stats and highlights
traditional,
just
innovative,
after
and
this, but
accessible
before we get there, we
patient-centered
want to talk a little bit
health
more about the Watch Me initiative the Republic launched to elevate women and girls in sports, and recently they held their very first all-girls clinic to support that mission.
Especially as a female, I feel like women's soccer is something that needs more attention. So to have such an empowering community, such as the one that supports the Sac Republic, support young women and try to promote women's soccer, I think it's an incredible experience.
13 years old is usually the age where a lot of girls, quit the sport, and I think that's kind of the age where their confidence starts to, go up and down a little bit, which is a huge age to really foster that confidence. So that's what I do with Alpha Girls Soccer, is just building up players' confidence through, training and workshops and all that kind of stuff. So what is confidence? Anybody want to tell me what confidence is? Knowing you can do something. That's great. Anyone else want to give me there? Go ahead. Sac Republic is doing such an awesome job with focusing on the female side of the game. Like a few weeks ago, I attended an all-female coaching course, which was amazing, and just kind of building off the excitement of the World Cup. And so basically, I just wanted to come out here and talk to these girls, get my message out there, and just support Sac Republic. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I was able to come out here and share my message and help these girls.
Solomon Asante does it again! Mr. Reliable from the spot. Asante does it again!
As Asante steals it and just puts it into the back of the net.
Sam DaCosta. The attempt at an amazing goal! Maybe a goal of the year candidate from Rodrigo DaCosta.
This side as well.
That's a good point. Let's wait and see if they do.
As Kamara actually flies past Tete for face. Here's Kamara! And a brilliant save from Cody Mizell. Mohamed Kamara is causing problems.
Mikey Rowe now. Rowe takes it on, and it's in! What a strike! And Tormenta, they strike first! Ontivero. Silva will have a hit! Oh, good save by Majimadu.
Safe.
Hilton goes charging through, has to go! And what a strike it is from...
Oh, that's sensational! Oh, what a strike! Kadima! Saved by Bettleson! The Orman lets it fly, more on the save.
Welcome back. Is Sacramento alongside Kevin Goldthwait, Rob McAllister with you, and news and notes from the USL is presented by Xfinity, and the magic number has now hit 20 for Phoenix after victory today. So a lot of movement still between 4 and 10, Kevin, just 5 points separating whether you're a playoff team hosting or whether you're on the road in a play-in game.
No, you can go either way on that table too, up or down pretty quickly. It's a scary bottom half of the table.
And beautiful day here in Sacramento. The umbrellas are out to shield the sun, but 82 degrees. Couldn't have asked for a better fall afternoon in the capital city. Highlights and stats are up next. Don't go away.
Come on. Oh. Just short. Best.
Bridge Battalion taking a break as the rest of both these clubs are fans as well here at Papa Murphy's Park is second half about to get underway. But first, check your highlights from the first 45 minutes brought to you by NorCal Honda. Sacramento nearly putting one of the back of the net in the first minute of play. Villarreal finding Thomas Enevoldsen.
Wonderful save there from Michael Nelson, but that touch right there from Villarreal probably lets him down a little bit, stays with it. Enevoldsen, good look at that, good finish, good effort. And then quickly, RGV down the field on the other side. Ball stood up on the back post nicely by Enriquez. And then obviously a little tap in, solid finish from Lemoyne. It's a great save right there from Shuttleworth. And then second one, no chance. And a good finish, like I said, from Lemoyne. Just putting his knee over the top of that ball and just slams into the back of the net.
Lemoyne, the second goal of the season. It was a big one as they take the lead in the 5th minute. And we'd see a couple of mistakes from this back line. And Salazar was in the hunt again and just sent it wide easily. We could have seen this match at 2-0, 10 minutes in, Kev.
Yeah, these guys were kind of all over the pitch right in the first 20 minutes. Can't get settled down. And then obviously this second here, Sam Warner, absolute clinical finish, a great ball in. Looks like it does get a little touch from Enevoldsen, so we'll see who's going to get credit with that assist, but still, great technique. Chest over the ball, finishes it, puts it in the far post, back of the net, 1-1. Great response and great answer from Sacramento.
And Sacramento would be a bit more aggressive for the rest of the way as they had another few opportunities in that final third, could not crack it as Enevoldsen, a rare 2 misses, and you'll likely see him much more aggressive in the second half of play. Lasher Auto Group and Elk Grove Subaru halftime stats. Sacramento, possession-wise, they really dominated the ball after that. We saw that goal scored in the 5th minute, and Republic really putting the pressure on up top and then having control of it in their final third.
Yeah, I think they did a good job of collecting those second balls, and that's evident with the possession statistics that you're seeing right there. Great job of standing in front studs and closing things down quickly, getting the ball and moving it. But yeah, that stat right there, possession's a big key here. Shots, Sacramento. I mean, once again, we're going to have a bit of wind here to help Sacramento. I think it's going to be vital for them to play high tempo, high pressure. Going to look at these upcoming schedule for Sacramento.
Schedule brought to you by Western Health Advantage on the road at OKC on Sunday at 4 o'clock Pacific. And then a week later against El Paso, 2 big home games in a row, Kevin. And we're getting toward the end of the season here. You have one more match after that, and that's it.
That's it. 6 games to go. This is a home stretch. You know, want to get as many points as you can, because that, I'm telling you, that bottom half of that table in the Western Conference is very, very dangerous in my opinion. Meaning, if you lose a game or two and drop some points, it's going to take 2 or 3 teams that might be on fire and doing well, and all of a sudden you find yourself on the bottom, or maybe even looking on the wrong side, looking in at that playoff picture. So very important for Sacramento in these next 6 games to get some points.
And here at home, taking on a Rio Grande Valley side that has 28 points. It's just 7-13-7 on the season. Sacramento currently with 40. And if you look, and we talked about it at the halftime, where those standings currently stand. Now, a point will keep you in 5th today, but a win keeps you in that the 4th place on, and right on the heels of 3rd place. And the biggest surprise of the season to me, really, not only that streak from Phoenix, we haven't talked about it at all, is how about Fresno and the way they have played and put themselves in contention, quietly a contender here in the Western Conference.
Yeah, Fresno, I agree with you. One of the surprises of the season so far. We really haven't talked about him too much. It's a great ball here by Mahoney. It's going forward.
Opportunity and a chance. It'll be a corner kick coming for Sacramento. And Nelson able to pluck it out of the air. In the midfield it goes, and out wide side. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties as we continue on here. RGV, Sacramento. Tied at 1 here from Papa Murphy's Park. Back in the midfield here, Bird, and a foul is whistled against Sacramento. Along the edge, turning, Junqua. Junqua has a little bit of space. McCrary able to break it up, and it's Hatzopolos to clear it away for Sacramento. Bonomo. Kevin Aliman. And back to Bobby Shuttleworth. Bobby Shuttleworth has been a great addition to this side, as he has been spectacular along that back line as well. At 3-2 as a member of a Sacramento club. Just 5 goals allowed. A little less than a goal a match since coming on. Just 6 matches away now. He has been a big addition to this club as they hold on this 1-1 lead. The first goal came up on a rebound. And Nico Lemoyne, able to score the first and the 5th minute of action here at Papa Murphy's Park. What did you like from Sacramento in that first 45, Kevin, and how do they take it into the second half here?
I think what I like the best about it is coming out and conceding the goal and still continuing to press and you know, not panic, show some maturity. They did a great job and continued to press and wound up getting a pretty good goal from Sam Warner. So this is the second half now. What I really want to see is, like I said a minute ago, it's you got the wind at your back, so you can really put pressure on RGV in the back four. Put pressure, get their heads down, don't let them try to play out of the back. If they end up getting the ball and they whip it out, clear the ball, you got your big bodies, your center backs that can win those challenges, those aerial balls, and keep the ball in that attacking half. And I think if you can do that, you're just going to wear down RGV.
And whistle blows. It will be a throw-in for RGV. As Joseph Salinas, we had the wrong information earlier for you, is actually our referee this afternoon. Little mistake here from RGV. Can Sacramento capitalize? Salazar up top. Mahoney's got to get back. He's got a little bit of pressure, and we'll throw it.
This is where the pressure starts, in my opinion, Rob. It's got to come from here. Get their heads down.
Samuels to throw, the right back. Just 22 years of age, out of Tampa, Florida. Big-time player for University of Maryland. And he's been a key part to this RGV side last 2 seasons. Good build up here. McCrary able to cut it off. Still a mistake, looking to follow up. RGV trying to add a big stop coming from Matt Mahoney. Lemoyne, who had the game's first goal. Into the midfield, it goes to Martinez. Aleman defending, able to win the ball for a moment. And Sacramento regaining control. An easy foul coming out in the midfield there, as Jaime Villarreal goes down. This is a side that has put up 3 goals or more 4 times in RGV, but defensively, it's been a tough go. 49 goals allowed on the season. Able to eke out a win against Sacramento, 2-1 at home in July. They're trying to repeat that performance here, but Sacramento has their eyes on the postseason. And in this locker room, they feel like they're finally kind of come together. They're on the same page. Let's see if it'll translate to 3 points this afternoon. Warner.
Well done, Inge Voltson.
Inge Voltson back, Bonomo trying to get it right back to Thomas Inge Voltson.
Good combination play between those 2 guys there. Unlucky for Bonomo.
Mahoney. Villarreal. RGV applying a little bit more pressure here, Kevin, in the second half of play.
Coming up a little bit more energy. Playing a little higher line.
Skundrich out wide. Aleman's going to look for Inge Voltson. Good defending by Castellanos. Warner scored in the 16th minute, playing here. Hoping for a Bonomo run. And a little bit of hold there, and it was not called. And here finally Joseph Salinas going to blow his whistle a bit late. And Garrison Echeverry, none too happy, made his displeasure known a couple times with the referee and the assistants here this afternoon. Echeverry, drafted overall in DC United, 1997, 8th overall pick. And this is his second year with the Houston Dynamo organization. And took over early in this 2019 campaign. Salazar battling with Mahoney.
Well done, Mahoney.
Little mistake, miscommunication, and Hatsapoulos has to send it back to Shuttleworth. Pressure coming from Bird and able to escape. Scudder still making life difficult. Only substitution we've had is after that first goal in the 5th minute. Declan Caden appears to have strained a calf or Achilles in his left foot. And he was replaced by Harris Hatsapoulos. Warner Republic moving with the wind now. Eni Volton might give it a crack. A curling ball takes a couple of hots, and Michael Nielsen back down to his knees and able to keep it at 1 apiece.
Don't mind that from Eni Volton with the wind at your back.
It could be much more difficult for Michael Nelson to send balls deep. He got a couple behind the back line in the first half going with the wind. Another turnover in the midfield. Ball over the top looking for Salazar. Hatsapoulos.
Well done, Bonomo.
Little hold up play from Stefano Bonomo. She's an attribute. Eni Volton tries to go through the legs.
It's a tough ball from Drew Skundrich into Eni Volton there. Puts him right under pressure with 2 RGV players right around him.
And Lemoyne is whistled. Barona slow to get up.
Celebrate your birthday or plan your next group outing at a Republic FC match. Our staff will customize the perfect outing for your group of 10 or more. Sure to create lifelong memories. For more information, visit us online at sacrepublicfc.com. And I can vouch for this. Took my kids here for a birthday party. It was a fantastic time.
Especially because you were probably working.
Yeah, I wasn't even with them. It was wonderful.
That's you made your wife and family do all the work. Little through ball here. Skundrich battling with Kyle Adam. It'll be a goal kick for the Toros.
Yeah, well, the word on the street when I got home was everyone had a good time.
Everyone had a good time. Well, they've got a great play center just behind us here in the booth now. A whole setup. Kids can do quite a few soccer drills. And
some laughs, some tears, some sniffles,
yes, right, well,
everything.
Pretty.
Like every birthday party should have.
Right. That's the one thing about these day games. It's great to actually be able to bring out the families for kids who can't stay up past 8:30, especially on the school nights. What a difference it was. It was 98 degrees yesterday in Sacramento, here today in the low to mid 80s. Nice breeze. Kaliman. Warner. Warner, now Eni Volton.
Great
Sacramento,
runs.
2 chances, and you want more runs, Kevin. That's exactly what you saw there.
2 guys, yeah. Bonomo on that near post, and then Eni Volton right behind him crashing, and both those guys are in position to potentially make a play. Just a tad, here's a great step by Sam Warner. That's unlucky, Sam. Great step. But that's what you want. You want both those guys, your strikers, getting involved, trying to get lucky. RGV does a great job making it difficult. Get a look here. Not the best ball in the world, to be honest, from Sam Warner, but still, right to where Bonomo is, and Eni Volton crashing right behind there. Kyle Adams does a good job right here. Just gets his foot on it. Good tackle.
And Sam Warner had a pretty good look at it, had he been able to step.
Unlucky, Jaime. It's a good step in there.
Emil Hernandez, 24-year-old Colombian. RGV looking to build something, and they'll earn a foul. Overall, this game has been fairly clean compared to what we saw on Wednesday against Austin. Republic just dirtying up that performance, getting Austin uncomfortable really throughout the entire match, and we have yet to see a single yellow card handed out today in nearly 60 minutes of action. Skundrich, Eni Voltson, decent play. Opportunities coming out wide. Varona. Varona is dragged down and earns the foul.
So a bit complacent there. There's no reason why Varona should be, dribbling himself into pressure and then gets his back turned and kind of gets bailed out really by Lemoyne. Want to see these guys be a little bit sharper, a little crisper. Sacramento, a little more energy.
Warner's going to have the opportunity to put something on frame here, but go with the win, so we'll have to take that into account here. Bit of an early step coming. Here's a chance, leaving it back. Hansopoulos thought there was help, and he gave up on his run. And Sacramento, I think, lucky enough, will have a chance for a corner kick. The opportunities you almost sometimes concern too much, Kevin, about what's going on behind you rather than just making the run and see if something can happen.
Pick your spot, make your run.
So Warner will try again. This time from the corner. He's going to leave it for Villarreal. He's got nothing but room. Villarreal up top.
No runs. Exactly where you want the ball.
And now a counter coming for RGV, spraying it forward off the chest of Jaime. As chugging down that left side was Chuy Enriquez. And might have a substitution for Sacramento as well. And I think if you're Simon L, you've got to go for a win here. Had to use one substitution already in the 5th minute, and that was for Declan Keenan, out for an injury. And Harris Hansopoulos has come in, and he's broken a couple lines, which has been helpful. And moving this attack forward for Sacramento. Simon Elliott, will he go and look for something to add some firepower? And you may see Darius Formella into this match.
Stoppage of play here. Someone.
And it appears to be Isidro Martinez.
Yeah, I think it looked like it might have been a contact to the head from the ball. Yeah.
It's 2 home games in a row we've seen the opponent go down after getting hit by
right side of the head there.
Like that. And so it is going to be Darius Formella in for Stefano Bonomo at the next opportunity, and Formella scoring his first goal with the Republic in the win over Austin on Wednesday night. And that was just a second start. And they like the potential of what he can bring off the bench here in this stretch run. Jaime going to put it in the corner. I think Aliman was waiting for it.
Kevin Lynch, Aliman in the second half, just looks to be a little bit lethargic. You want to see him making that run for sure. And it's a decent ball, maybe a little bit heavy from Villarreal, but good kind of ball movement in the middle of the park and looking for that long ball. Drawing RGV in and then springing a guy like Aliman. I think it's the right idea. Good shift by Bonomo today. Some flashes of some good combination link-up play. Obviously works hard, chasing a lot of people down.
And you felt the way that it's gone the last couple weeks. He hasn't put in a full 90, so likely this was the plan all along. So Darius Formella, the 23-year-old Polish national who signed on July 19th into this match, and he'll work up top with Tomasini Voltson. Goal kick for Michael Nelson. Darius, first touch already. Formella, while just a youngster, has quite a bit of time. 7 years professionally before coming to Sacramento. Formella comes to it just outside the 18, leaving it for Warner, who quit.
Here Sam keeps that run going. Probably has a crack.
Warner could have had a good look at number 2. Going to be a foul. Make sure to join us at Papa Murphy's Park, September 28th. El Paso Locomotive in town. Kickoff is set for 7:30. And that's Noche Latina. Night there. For tickets, more information, sacrepublicfc.com. Barona. A lot of careless mistakes by Sacramento is keeping RGV into this match. Nico Lemoyne takes an undercut from Barona, and a foul is whistled by Joseph Salinas. Hernandez, and he'll send it back as well. There's Martinez. Turnover. Warner has got a couple of opportunities in front of him. Dariush will take it. Lay it forward for Barona. Eni Voltson will peel underneath him. To his right, Eni Voltson. Kyle Adams breaks it up.
Just a little soft there from Kevin Aliman. Like the run, like the build-up, though. That final pass.
Switch from Jaime to Barona. Warner. Warner's got space, going to send one in. Here's a crashing Skundrich, and Michael Nelson makes the right play. Comes out aggressive. Now he's trying to spring Salazar forward. Hansopoulos on his back, and Hansopoulos able to stick it in and win the ball.
Yeah, good tackle there. Don't like Hansopoulos taking that much room, backpedaling. Like to see him engage a little earlier with Salazar. Don't let him get ahead of speed coming at you. Sac just looks a bit lethargic the last little couple minutes here, Rob, in my opinion.
And Simon only has one more substitute left.
I think he needs like an energy, a shot of energy somewhere up top, out wide maybe. Maybe see a Bijev come in.
Hansopoulos. Dariush, he's held down. Whistle comes in, and Sacramento has a free kick. And while we have a moment, Kevin, want to at least publicly address that Omar Gonzalez, our longtime now information director here at the club, is going to be leaving and heading to MLS, Colorado Rapids, and so he'll be missed. Omar's been just the second one. Eddie was our first, and Omar's been great. It's going to be tough to see him go.
Very tough to see him go. Excited for his opportunities. Omar was great working with you. And all the best.
He said he couldn't wait. Couldn't wait.
Yeah.
So he had a chance now, and it's hard to pass up those kind of jobs when you get one. So congrats to Omar, who's headed to the Colorado Rapids. Back, here's Hansopoulos in the mix. Here's Warner. Flag was up a long time ago.
I'm not sure if that's offside, if that's what's calling. A hard time believing that offside that deep. Foul. Either way, RGV's ball. This is an opportunity. This is what I'm talking about. I want Sacramento to win this ball in the air and pick up the second ball. And just wear out RGV's back four.
That back line, 22, 22, 21 years of age.
Good step.
Jaime, back to Mahoney. Octopus, a little bit of pressure from RGV. Sacramento's dealt with it fairly nicely. Trying to force it. Got a lucky break. Aliman on the go. Has help to his middle. Dariush making a run. And Formella. Thought he had a seam. Leaving for Barona. Takes a deflection and gobbling it up is Michael Nelson.
Good effort. Darius Formella's making that run, kind of pull back towards that penalty spot. Well defended here, but a good run. I like this kind of underlap, if you will. And a good step over from Castellanos. Well done. Second ball's now. Perfect. See some energy, though, going forward. It's just too lethargic. Everyone's going through the motions here. No runs being made. No one demanding the ball.
Especially teams like this, where below you in the standings, you got to
press. Go put some pressure on them. To Mahoney. Have a strike.
Mahoney
have a strike.
all the way up. Mahoney tries to go through the legs of Kyle Adams, but off target.
God, how well he strikes the ball, man. Use your laces. It's a good run from your center back coming up, though. But I'd like to see him maybe use just a different skill here. Great touch.
Yeah.
Just have a strike. Put your foot through the back of the ball. Mahoney strikes such a good ball with both feet, specifically on that right foot.
I think he was looking for Formella.
I might be caught between two minds, but that's where you want your, when you're going forward, your decision, you have to make it. You got to believe it. You can't be, half trusting or half believing what you're going to be doing. You have to do it with conviction.
Especially the center back, you're not getting that many opportunities.
Yeah, go have a crack. Go have a crack. No one's going to yell at you.
You did all the hard part. You ran all the way up the pitch. Aliman. Eni Voltson now. Hasn't had many opportunities. Heavy touch to Warner and can't keep it in play. Well, fans, I'm sure if you know this or not, but you can continue to enjoy USL on ESPN through the 2022 season at the very least. Excited to announce the championship and League One will remain under the sports leader for 3 more seasons. And ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of the USL. At least 19 games a year will also be on the ESPN family of networks. So support your club. Watch ESPN and ESPN Plus. Formella doesn't have any options, has to retreat back.
Second ball.
Formella.
Too many touches.
Aliman has a little bit of space. Aliman with a big swing at it. And it's going to go right into the gut of RGV. And a player is down. That's Hernandez. Sacramento will continue on.
That's unlucky. Looks like Hernandez is coming out. Blocks that shot just as he's extending his leg. It looks like maybe catches it right on the toe. Sometimes that's a knee. Looks like he's holding his foot. Maybe the ankle. Oh, look, that's a good strike here from Kevin Aliman. Looks like catches him just like on, maybe on the heel. I've seen that before where the ball will catch you on your toe and bend your knee towards, or bend your kind of toe to the outside. It creates MCL issues, but it looks like it's his ankle.
Still being attended to by the staff from RGV. And likely have a substitution for the Toros as well. The Toros already without Carlos Small. They're the leading strikers up top after he was hit with a one-game suspension. $15 minutes or so left. What do you like to see from Sacramento? I think energy has been your number one thing.
I'll stick with that, energy. I think these guys need to have some, pick it up, pick the tempo up, have some urgency. Still be patient going forward, but have some urgency.
And what about RGV? I mean, for them, they're right now looking at a point on the road. They've got to get 3 if they want to even have a look at potential of postseason. So for the Toros, do you try to just stick this out, earn a point, or do you go for 3 and just start heaving balls up over the top?
We're about to find out. See what these substitutions look like for these guys.
I think they're going to go young. And we may see another substitution in the final for Sacramento coming as well. So Kevin Rodriguez will replace the injured Ramiro Hernandez. And Rodriguez, a 4th round draft choice by Minnesota United. And came back to Houston as he was a former Dynamo Academy player. And Rodriguez into this match here in the 76th minute. And a corner kick for Sam Warner in Sacramento. Barrona allows Salazar a step. Now Barrona will give it a go again. Here's Nelson.
I get back.
Aliman will switch the field, finding Warner. Barrona again, going to take a step back. Here's a chance, misplayed by Nelson, and colliding with his own player, and Sam Junqua. And Junqua and Nelson both back up in time before Republic can get one unframed. Just a foot of Skundrich. Formella out wide right this time.
Move, move.
Skundrix. Aliman looking for a seam. Jiminy orange jerseys, and RGV doesn't have to work too hard to stop that one. Salazar's had a couple of decent runs. Most of them coming early in the first half of action, as the Toros have had very little possession. Mahoney will send it out of play. Nico Lemoyne scored the first and the goal in the 5th minute, and then it was Sam Warner in the 16th to tie it at 1. It's where we stand here, 78 minutes in. Plenty of room for Rodriguez, and Mahoney able to stick his foot out just in time.
Make him kick it. Step.
And William Bijev will come into this match at the next opportunity. And finally starting to look healthy for number 20. They need his skill set. They look to make a deep run. This ball sent out of play by Andrew Samuels. And so Sam Warner, who has the lone goal for the Republic, comes out of this match. He'll end the day with a solid performance, and he'll earn 6 goals now on the season. And here's Filian Bijev. And Kevin, what does Bijev bring to this club at this moment in time in the game?
He brings class going forward, really. I think, out here on this left side, obviously a right-footed player, that inverted winger, so hopefully he can come in onto his right foot. I like to see that. Sam still looked like he had some energy left in his tank.
Maybe adding a fresh step up to the top. Already went in Formella as well.
It's well done.
And he's going to earn a corner kick in his first couple of touches in, and Simon Elliott likes it as well. Warner with a pretty good day. But now Formella took over for Bonomo, and Bijev for Warner. And it leaves Eni Voltson and Aliman as well in that attack for Sacramento. The right-footed Bijev. Ball driven hard and well, and off the shoulder.
It's Eni Voltson. Eni Voltson's got another look at this. You just got to believe it's going to come to you. You believe you're going to have the opportunity. Kind of surprised him. Okay, we get the pressure, get the step here, get another look right now. Good ball in from Bijev. Just like, oh, here's a good chance.
Mistake by Nelson. Aliman moving forward, has teammates to his left. Going to go Dariusz Formella. Formella! Could he have a second game winner in a row? Got one against Austin, and now he has one. A beautiful build-up after the mistake from RGV, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, the mistake, Michael Nelson, I believe it comes from him, picked up by Kevin Aliman in a really good position. And as soon as Kevin Aliman gets that ball, he drives at the defense, makes RGV players commit, and plays a nice little ball out as Formella's just kind of peeling off on the far post. Yeah, just a bad giveaway. And take a look now, commits a defender right there, 2 defenders, and a great ball, great weight. And Formella kisses it off the underside of the crossbar for a goal. But take a look, commits 2 defenders, just enough weight on the pass to get all the way through to Dariusz Formella. And a good finish right here, lifts it right over the goalkeeper. Michael Nelson kisses it off the underside of the crossbar. 2-1 here, 10 minutes to go. How good can Sacramento be in the final 10 minutes to seal this thing up, get 3 points, and get the heck out of here?
Formella signed 2 months ago and making a big impact here.
Huge goal. It's a huge goal for Sacramento.
What a week it's been for Formella.
So another bicycle kick there.
And now some colliding, and Formella is none too pleased. A little bit of pushing and shoving as both sides come together as Martinez went in hard, and Formella took exception to it. And Joseph Salinas comes and breaks both sides up. And we may see the game's first yellow card in the 82nd minute. Martinez came in a bit reckless. And Bird is there as well. And now both are being talked to. And both yellow cards are handed out. And I don't know
where Bird was in this.
I think it was.
He might have been
Martinez.
there. He might have been there, but I don't know if he's the guy that's actually.
So there's Martinez, and there's Bird in the back.
Bird. There's Bird for sure.
And Formella didn't realize that it wasn't Martinez. So the right call by Joseph Salinas.
No problem with that, Mr. Salinas.
Have we done a game ever where the first yellow card came in the 82nd minute? You had the bicycle kick stat. I figure you had that stat too.
No, I don't have that one handy. We did just have another bicycle kick, by the way.
We did. Bararona this time.
Yep. One Bararona.
One Aliman.
Kevin Aliman. So we're probably going to average 3 or 4 bicycle kicks a game with those guys. Just love it, those flashy, flary Central Americans, you know?
Yeah. Do you ever try one, or could you just not do one?
Oh, no, it's kind of silly to do. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it looks cool. Nice and athletic move. Just not really worth it at the end of the day.
So Shane Beckford, who joined this club a short time ago, is now into the match. He's on loan from Montego Bay United out of Jamaica, the 21-year-old. Making an appearance here in this match late as RGV finds themselves down 2-1. Formella put it into space as Sacramento still applying pressure here with about 7+ minutes to go, as we'll probably see about 2 or 3 at least in stoppage time.
Keep the pressure on, make them make decisions, force them to in uncomfortable situations. Don't let them get comfortable. You know, you got five minutes to go here before extra time, probably 10 total. Make it hard for them.
Villarreal, a little bit of pressure on his back, and it was coming as Enriquez, who just turned it over and now looking to send it upfield as Villarreal. And get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search Sac Republic and then click the follow button. And so whether you're able to watch the game or not, you'll get your updates. And I think Rodriguez just fell, but he'll be whistled for a foul as Villian Bija. Samuels, the Tampa Bay native. Right back position, he's getting a little bit of pressure, goes down on the ground, and a second time is Bichev.
Good pressure, it's good pressure still. Keep it going.
Kyle Adams, late game heroics. Last time these two sides met earlier in the year down in South Texas. A stoppage time goal and a set piece.
Well done, Mahoney.
Castellanos finds it. RGV looking for some room, and Hatsopoulos able to break it up. A goal kick for Bobby Shuttleworth.
It's where you want your veteran leadership, your Eni Voltsons, your Shuttleworths. Step up and get control of this thing for the last few minutes here and finish strong. Absolute dagger if Sacramento concedes here.
Shuttleworth going to take his time, and Bobby was shown a pretty quick yellow on Wednesday for eating up the clock. And he's got the wind working with him as well. Formella tried to flick it on forward, and he's whistled for a foul. It's gotten a little bit touchy here in the last couple minutes. RGV scored the game's first in the 5th. Warner tied it in the 16th, and then Formella in the 81st minute, an assist from Kevin Aliman.
Yeah, keep the ball. Good decision there, Skundrich. But move it, though. Remember, get your shape. Move the ball quickly.
Wind picking up here at Papa Murphy's Park late in the day. Little mistake. Can Sacramento thwart it? And it's partially deflected and easily brought in by Bobby Shuttleworth. Republic doing a nice job of trying to control this, stays in play, and it's just out.
Now pinch him in.
It'll be a substitution first as Chuy Enriquez comes out. It'll be Victor Garza into the match for RGV. Garza at Edinburgh, Texas, home of RGV. This is his 3rd season with the club and has dealt with some knee injuries. Barona up high.
Love to see him bring that ball down and just connect. There's no reason to just whack it. Well done, Hansapoulos.
Hansapoulos still working late into this match.
Got to connect, though. Great work up until that distribution, that pass.
Props to the Tower Bridge Battalion today. They have been boisterous. Those drums have only stopped, I think, during halftime today. The Sunday afternoon match over RGV, Sacramento. Republic looking to get to 43 points on the year. But we'll still have to play 3 before any points are awarded here in this one. As these 3 minutes of extra time is brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards program. Earn points every time you shop at Rayleighs.com. Republican cap off a win here today, Kevin. You could put this as likely the most successful offside call, successful week of the Republic season. A 3-0 victory on last Saturday. Wednesday, 2-1 win over Austin Bold. And then what could be potentially a 2-1 win here today against RGV. I mean, is there an argument for another week at this point in time?
I think you're probably right. I mean, especially going down into Austin. A team in position in the table, similar, you know, nearby you to be able to kind of snag 3 points at their home. Big game Wednesday. A couple minutes to go here and see if Sacramento can close this thing out. But I would agree with you, I think, in terms of timing as well. Another caution here for Bobby Shuttleworth.
It's a good thing with Bobby is that coming on so late.
It's getting pulled, yeah, exactly. It's a great foul. It's a terrible foul for RGV to give away. Now they just kill 45 seconds here, get everything set up, and take the ball in the corner and try to pin him in. Yeah, Simon, he's motioning. Just put the ball in the corner. Put the ball in the corner. Find Aliman right now, or might have to wait a little while.
And look at the reaction from Barona. Just
get back. What are you doing?
Yeah, just a bit upset. Wanted to go for goal there.
Give me a break.
But there's no reason to.
Look it up for a bicycle kick for yourself.
Eni Voltsen actually going to look for Formella on this.
There we go. Keep the ball now. Simple. Keep the ball.
Simon's still a bit upset. He wanted his players to just.
Well, I mean, Barno still hasn't got his shoulders right. Gotten back into position. Go in the corner. There you go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Skundrich, he's got help on the right side.
Great ball. And he bolts in back over on that side, helping out again, moving the ball. Give it. Give it. Perfect.
And the crowd likes it as
well.
Absolutely.
That's brilliant stuff by Sacramento right there. Brilliant.
Comes all the way back to Bobby Shuttleworth and killed just 30 seconds off this clock here.
Fine, get the second ball here now. Well done, Kevin. That was interesting. That
was a bicycle.
I think, was he trying to do a bike?
Almost. Look at Hansapoulos selling out.
Well done.
And that's what you need from a team that wants to make a championship run, is even in the waning moments like this, guys are going as hard as they can. Formella is sandwiched, and he'll earn the foul.
Build out a little bit. Here we go. I mean,
and this is going to be probably the final kick of the day.
It's got to be it. Just hook it into Bijev over here. Good ball. It's got to be it.
And that's the final whistle. And Sacramento earns the victory at home, 2-1 over the Toros from Rio Grande Valley. They make it 3 straight and now own sole possession of 4th place in the Western Conference once again. What a performance by the Republic. They needed a victory. They came from behind, and they earned the 3 points here at home at Pop-Up Murphy's Park. We'll be right back. We'll have your highlights and final thoughts from Kevin Goldthwait right after this. Post game here as Sacramento takes the victory 2-1. All smiles on this Sunday afternoon. So the post game show as we work our way here. Final highlights brought to you by NorCal Honda. Early on, Sacramento with a good look on goal, nearly broke it open in the first 60 seconds of play. But then this would follow it just 4 minutes later. Michael Salazar finding the left side, and the first shot wasn't good, but Nico Lemoyne was able to put it home and make it 1-0 5 minutes in.
That save right there from Bobby Shuttleworth's not going to get enough credit or discussion points. Great save right there, but just one save too little. Nico Lemoyne with a great finish. And then Hans Zapolos, great ball, great little touch there from Innie Voltson, and then an even better finish.
Looked like he had a wide open shot and just was a little too unselfish.
Yeah, finishing like a center back finishes right there. That's why he plays in the back, but still a great job, great run by Mahoney, and then a great little pickup interception here, and Kevin Allman commits 3 defenders as he drives in, and then a great finish from Darius Formella. Kisses it off the underside of the crossbar for the 2-1 lead. Great time of the match, good finish. Great job by Kevin Allman right there to set that up.
Second game winner in a row for Darius Formella. Final possession. Tell the big story here tonight is that it was 60% nearly. I mean, Sacramento had the ball, they had the opportunities, and they able to pick up 3 points and well earned.
Yeah, 3 points is well earned. I think it's a fair score considering the way the game looked from up here. Good possession, lots of shots by Sacramento. Good week. Good week.
Great week.
You know, 9 points in a week. Can't really fault that.
power image of the match. And this could look good here. Is going to be man of the match first. Is brought to you. Here's the image of the match. It's a big time goal from the Republic in that blue city kit jersey. And so Republic going to be celebrating this one here 3-1. And man of the match, who's your man of the match here, Kevin?
Man of the match is the goal scorer, Mr. Dariusz Formella. Great finish here. Great job coming in off the bench, doing exactly what's asked of you. It's always hard to come off the bench and make an impact, but Darius did exactly that here today and did the most important thing that a striker could do, and that's score goals.
And 2 goals, 2 games. Had a pretty good week, and the new guys, Innie Voltson, Shuttleworth, and Formella all putting in some pretty good shifts here this afternoon as well. Sacramento wins this one 2-1. Republic will be back in action next Sunday on the road at OKC, and that game will be broadcast only on the My58 for you Republic fans if you want to see the home broadcast on Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us tonight. For our entire crew here in Sacramento, for Kevin Goldthwaite, for Ava Ponte, I'm Rob McAllister. Have a great afternoon. Have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll see you in a week.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.